All right, let's see if we've made it. Have I? Quite possibly. Maybe, maybe not. Have I made it? Okay, let's check. Laptop over here. Give me just uno moments. I don't know. Give me a moment. Okay, we'll see. Oh my god, I look so beautiful. Thank you. I'm welcome. Thank you. Great. Okay. Well, hello everyone, and thank you for tuning in. My name's Sebastian, and welcome to the Roguelike text-based RPG series. Now again, like the last time I streamed, the entire stream, this stream, will be exported directly, so you'll have a whatever amount of time video, and then I will also be splitting it into half-hour videos, so you can more easily, watch it. I don't know. For some people, half an hour seems like a perfect time for a video, and for other people, they like the long sessions. So there's some for everyone, and I think we should just get started here. Right. Let's see if the stream is set up properly. Yeah, it seems so. It seems that way. Okay. Well, if you're new to the streams and on YouTube, then remember to go follow the streams so you can get a little notification whenever Twitch fucking feels like it. It helps me out, and it lets me know that you appreciate the videos that I've been doing lately. And it's a lot more fun, this, I think. It's a lot more fun to sit down and actually, do a proper long video, because it's a fucking stream, mate. You can't just, just fuck about on a stream, can you? No, you can't. It's not how it works. Okay. Great. Oh, excuse me. I just had a massive bowl of nachos and I'm just burping like a fat guy on a diet. So, I don't know if that's how it works. If you're obese, I'm sorry. God. What a start. Okay. If you don't know what Rogue is this very, very old game from when everything used to be text-based. It's a sneaking based game. It's where the term roguelike comes from, which has been thrown around quite a lot lately. And it's practically a game about a lot of rooms being actually it's a randomly generated world. Okay, so you're faced with the console, which will be the entire game screen, and in there you'll be thrown into a room to begin with. Yeah. A little room, and then you're and whatever symbol, then there'll be symbols in the room, and then it will generate a random number from where to start your it will then generate kind of a passage for you to walk, and on that you will then be led to another room, which will then generate another room or another path, and then another room at some point. And that is what we'll be making. And there will also be bonuses, there'll be points, there'll be health, there'll be every kind of pickup that you'd want. And then there would obviously be welcome to the stream. Then there would obviously be like a staircase set for you to go to the next level, and then the entire random generating thing would literally just repeat again. And obviously it will save your health, it will save your points, and whatever else we put in there. But mobs will be in there, and again, this will be dice rolled, so if you don't want to sneak by a mob, and you want to rather face it and battle it out, it will be randomly generated, whether you actually hit it, or it hits you, or you miss, or it misses, or whatever. So, that's what we'll be doing today, and knowing me, this is going to be quite a messy piece of software, but hello and welcome to the stream. Just everybody tuning in, it's great. So knowing me, it's going to be quite messy, but I think again, to the guys from last stream, I'm sorry, still haven't read up on classes and methods, so we'll be doing it in a way that everyone can follow as well as me. So I think we should just get started, right? Okay, so should we have? I think we should. Okay, so let's start out with the strings and ints. So we'll be having ints, and then the the strings. Oh, also I'm considering, which I think would be very nice for these videos, a new keyboard, because this has like a weird sound, doesn't it? It's like a dome. It's a weird shitty keyboard. It's a Logitech G11, which is pretty fucking old. I was considering like a mechanical keyboard. I think that would be cool. But we are going to be creating string, and we'll have like a, let's have one called draw character, and in here we'll literally just store what the character will look like in the game, and for our use he'll be an X. Okay, and then we'll have an int called char health. Yep, and it will be set to a default value of, I don't even fucking know. Let's set it to 100. That's always, you know, easy to deal with, but this will be the current, and we can literally just copy and paste that and say instead of current it'll be full. Okay, and then should we have some like an int called score? I don't know if there was a, oh shit, sorry, it shouldn't be a word in here, my bad. I don't know if there was a scoring system in the original. Might be. I mean, it would be good to have in the game, so you can literally just, you know, play it and measure points versus how many your friends have and like how far they've gone. I don't know. I think it would be cool. So we should have like a score, well, set to 0 obviously because we have none. And we have the character set. We will also need a string array, but this array will literally draw everything that will be on screen. And for the life of me, I don't remember how long or how wide the console interface is. I think it's like 240 by 80. I mean, it'll be good. So we'll be creating a string. It'll be a 2-dimensional because we'll have both x and y axis, and we'll call it draw game. Let's call it interface. Okay, so we'll have a draw game interface, which will literally just draw the entire map. I think it's better to call it game map. Okay, and it will be a new string array of 2 dimensions, which will be 239 by 79. Yeah, because we're counting from 0, where 0 is also a good or a valid number or a valid spot to put something in. So with all that said, I think we should just like do this and say program, and in here we will start the software. And what we'll start out by doing is let's just well it will have to generate 2 different numbers. So let's do that, and it will have to be well, it could. So what we'll need to do to begin with is draw the starting room, the room that you will be you will spawn into, and that room it'll have to be obviously within the game interface. Actually, instead of 80, I want to set it to 77. That will give us 78 valid spots to put the thing into, so we can draw the, you know, the health and the score and whatever below that. Okay, so how are we going to do this? I've got no clue. Okay, so we will need a random number generated, but I think it will have to be in here, so we'll have to do like a do And oh shite, and within this we'll do a while, and we'll have like a cool game over. So as long as game is not over, which it hopefully, I mean, you know, it's all about keeping the score going. So hopefully you won't reach that forever and ever and no. Okay, take a swing. Give me that. I was thinking of making some coffee at one point. I think that would be good. You know, when we've been streaming for a while, just grab a nice old pot of coffee and, you know, get it down to biz. Okay, so in the do while we'll have a random. So I think it's like random, and we will call it. What will this actually be? It'll be like spawn point generator. Actually, you know what would be nice is if we could. I know I'm, you know, sidetracking a bit. How do we do this? How do I do this? Give me a minute. This will be good. What I want to do. Properties? No, that's not it. What does I go for this? Where does I go for this? See, what I wanted to do was increase the font size. I mean, obviously there should be a way to do this, but fuck me if I can find it. Let's see. Okay. No tools. Oh yeah, it might be on the tools. Right. Okay, let's ignore that. Fonts and colors, there we go. And increase the font size to at least a 12. There you go. Oh shit, that's good. So it'll be equal to a new random within. You'll create a new random. How do you even do this? I forget. Is it like you do this from 0 to, and it can't be 240 because then it will draw the. Actually, it might be 240. Okay, let's set it to 230. And so it should work. No, yes, no, yes, no. No. Right. Damn it. How do I do this? It's just. Okay, give me a minute. I have to be 100% certain how to do this successfully, because there are things where we're gonna have to set, you know, a. Oh shit! Yeah, I forget. I'm an idiot. Yeah, and then. Yeah. Okay, see, I was almost right with this. I was almost right. Well, actually, can I do this? Because it should just be a case of doing this. And then... No. No, sir. We cannot do that. For... Please? Please. Please, sir. May I have some more randoms? No? Okay, well, we're going to be creating it up here then. So it'll be spawn point generator. Let's actually, okay, so, and, damn me, fuck, shit. Okay, so actually this random up here, I mean, this fucking software, right? Okay, so, might as well create a whole separate area just for the randoms. and it'll be a new random. But, what? Why? Why would you do that? Why? Like literally, why? Okay, and what we can do now is, with our newfound power of randoms, we can go in here, and that would almost be correct. So we would have to, you know, declare an int of that name and be like new random. Oh, shite. Okay, well, I don't know if this will work. Will it work? It won't. I can tell you that much. Oh, okay, it's not new. Still not right though, because these two are literally the same name. So yeah. Oh wait, okay. Wow. Seriously? Like what? You what, mate? You wanna go? Huh? Wanna go, mate? I'll fucking go, mate. Okay, I will fucking go, mate. Yeah, okay. So what we'll do is we'll call this random. So we'll, with this, should be able to do this. I mean, we should be able to. Thank you. Jesus. Fuck me. Like, that was like way harder than it needed to. Okay. Yeah. I think this is good. So what this will determine is the, and I want to say X position, and I think that will be right, of the spawn point. So like that, and then we have the spawn point set. Okay, so the int spawn point will literally be the random, but we'll need one for the y-axis as well, and it'll go from 0 to 77. Will this work? Because we're, yeah, seems so. Seems that way. Great. Okay. So, with that in mind, now we have the x and y coordinates of our spawn point. We will then need, oh shite. I mean, we should actually just be able to use this like over and over and over and over and over and over. I mean, as far as I can tell, we should literally just be able to do this and just use it again, again, and then eventually, you know, again. Okay, so we will create a new int called spawn point height. Yeah, and this will again, this will be the same to this, but, and this is the good one, it'll go from 5 to 8. Okay, so the, wait, what will this actually give us? Because we can make it right now. Because I want to actually, I'd love to know. Okay, so we can just, you know, do one of these bad boys and go like spawn point height, and then that, and then see what it actually gives. Okay, so if we do a whoop, this gives us, oh, interesting. Okay, so it gives us up to and not including 8. Huh. Well, very well. Okay, so that can be removed, thank God. That was an awful thing to look at. That was like the Matrix wannabe, but you know, in spawn heights. So with that in mind, it will only create that once, and then when that is set, we should be able to, should we create like a random for its width as well? I think we should. Let's do that. So here, it'll literally be width, and it will go from I think it should be like from 7. It should actually be more than that. It should be like, no, it should be 7, I think, to a, that's not right, it should be going to 10 and then including, or not including actually the 10. Okay. Oh, by the way, if anyone has anything to add, please let me know. If I'm, totally mistaken and doing everything like a complete moron, I'll be more than open to suggestions. So now that that is said, we are ready to begin. So what we will do is we'll have to create a for loop. So we'll create a new one called x. Yeah, it'll be equal to 0. X has to be less than or equal to the spawn point width, I think, width, yeah. And then we'll go like x plus plus. Okay. Yeah, and then we'll. Okay, let's just copy this. No reason to do too much work, am I right? So there you go. And there'll be y and y and y. Okay. So with this, we'll be, going through and counting upwards to when we. So we can have to find a good way to explain this. What we will be doing is we'll be drawing a room, with these kind of floors right there, and then the height will be drawn like that. But we'll have to make sure that it only draws the. Actually, this might be a bad composition or a bad. I should do it in reverse, shouldn't I? Yeah, I probably should. Okay. No problem. Because then, okay, let me just do this. Let me just focus, because I have a tendency to forget. So so we will go through and it'll be like 0 and then 0, and it will put in spot 0, 0. It will put this, because that is what it will be. In spot 0, 0, that's the floor, the very left corner of the floor of the spawn room, and it will make sure that we are still not at the maximum of the width, which is being generated by the random generator. And then we'll go through, and until we hit that width that is set by the random generator, it will keep drawing the floor, and when we do, it will stop, and then we'll go up and add one to the height. And then we have to make sure that if we are above, if the height is equal to more than 0, that it'll only draw the X position once, which means they will only draw a one layer of wall, otherwise it would draw it like the entire width as well, and you fill out and look absolutely horrible, and that's not what we want. So we will have to check it. So okay, so if, can I use it in here? So if y equals 0 or y equals, oh shit. Oh, wait, actually, wait, what? This should be height, shouldn't it? Yeah, okay, so there you go. Did I not spell that correctly? Oh, okay, caps, yeah, sure. Fucking caps. Or if y is equal to spawn point height. God, am I doing this right? I fucking hope so. If that is the case, then it will draw. Otherwise, it literally won't draw it. No, wait a minute. Oh, God. Oh god. Okay, so oh shit, sorry. So if our looped y position, which will be our height position, is 0, as in if we're at the floor, or we're at the top, it will write out the floor. If not, then it'll write out one layer of wall. I think so. Good. Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. So this will be the one layer of wall that'll be drawn right here. Maybe we should do that and then do the other. So if we have a position that is not 0 and not the top either, then what it will do, what it will do, god damn it, actually it should be, shouldn't it, like -1. Yeah, I think it should be -1, because we want there to be a flat surface and not, two spikes and then a flat surface in between. We want it to be just a flat surface on top and on the bottom, and then the walls and the sides to fill out the rest. So if we're not at the top and not at the bottom, then what we will do is we will generate, or we will not generate, we will write out, but only if our x position is equal to 0, or it is equal to the width. Okay, so if this is the case, then we'll draw the wall. Otherwise, no fucking wall. No wall, mate. You what? You what? You want to draw, mate? You want to fucking draw, mate? Okay, so it will set it to, oh Jesus, it's x dot y, and then it will write a letter in there, and that will be this. Okay. Okay, so comment, hey bro, what language do you know? Well, I do. Okay, so I know a couple. There are a few of those that I know very well. I am a certified PHP, HTML, and CSS user. I'm actually not certified at all. I've made a couple of websites, I'd say pretty decent ones, working with CSS, HTML5, and PHP for server and database management. I then also, because of my work with websites, have a decent, somewhat understanding of jQuery, which is used for like animation. But I've got to be honest, I couldn't write a jQuery script if I wanted to. I can edit one though, and I can make it fit whatever I wanted it to do. Can't fucking edit one for the life of me. So I also then have a pretty decent understanding of C#, which is this. Is there any other? Like, I think that's pretty much it. Like Java, I have read a couple of scripts, nothing too. I mean, I've heard that it's very close to what I'm doing to C#, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem for me to dive into that. But I'm not too familiar with it. Okay, so back to this. If we're at the width point, which would be like, the end of it, it will draw a wall, or if we're at the start of it, it will draw the wall, and nothing in between. So that's good. And if we're at the bottom and otherwise at the top, -1? No, it shouldn't be -1. I'm an idiot. Okay. Then we will draw as well. Then we'll put something in here, and for this we will put the underscore. Yeah. Well, I've actually been looking for a job lately. I must admit, and I applied for a job, which is, for me actually, it's very strange. Even my parents were like, "You what? You literally did that? Oh my god!" But I did, and I sent that resume. I was like, "Yeah, you know what? I can like do website shit. I can whatever." I was like, I have a basic understanding of pretty much any language that you'd run into with like an average use, and otherwise I'll be able to learn it. So that's great. It's great to know a couple of languages when it comes to programming. That's always a freaking bonus.